I want to show you Google Slides today. Google Slides you'll find in your Google Drive if you click New. And of course you've got Docs, Sheets, and then Slides. Google Slides is a lot like PowerPoint. I like it better simply because you've got the option to share using a link, but you also have the collaborative ability for your students. So the first thing you want to do when you get into your slide is give it a title. Okay, and then notice again that everything is saving. I didn't save anything. That's one thing that we love about our Google Drive is that everything that we do, every keystroke is saved, and we don't have to do any saving. And so of course you know how to share, but this is what you do. Here's the blue button top right will give you a shareable link, and I think that's the easiest way to share with people is to give them that link. Rather than uploading a file like you would do with PowerPoint. There's no file to attach, there's no file to upload in its learning, you're simply putting in a link. Okay, so once you get into Google Slides, you'll see what you recognize in all of the Google apps. You've got your text editor, and of course we can go through some of this in here, but you're going to know a lot of this, the fill color, the lines, the shapes. You see this in all of Google apps. So what I want to show you here, if you go in and let's say you want to do this with your class, because the best thing about Google Slides is that it's collaborative with your kids. So let's say instead of handing out a piece of paper to all of your students, you want them to simply come into your project and add a slide. Here's their paper. So instead of giving them a piece of paper, here's an easy way for you to keep track of your students' work in this particular project. Let's say that you really would like your students to have kind of the same thing on every single slide. You can go to View and then Master. There's a way to make your master slide, and whatever you do on the master affects all of the slides. So in here, let's say I wanted to edit my my headline to be, I don't know, something like this, and then the first level of text, that's the next level of text. Let's say I wanted to change the font for that, and it's going to do that, and then it's going to apply that to all of the slides. Let's say that on all of the slides I wanted to insert a picture, and I wanted that to appear on every single slide. I can do that. So now this picture comes in. Notice that it's filled every type of layout. All those slides over here to the left, these are the different layouts that the kids have access to. So we have edited the text and we've put a picture on every single page. So I come over here to my first slide and notice that, yep, the layout's different. The kids can choose different layout, but there's this picture and this font on every single slide. So the kids come in, let's say the kids want to put their name on a slide. They come in, they add a slide, and down here is where I would suggest that Sally lays claim to this slide. And maybe in here, you've got the next kid, and Joe lays claim to this one. And you just keep going, the kids will keep adding. You've put that link into its learning, and the kids will keep adding their slide. Okay? All right, let's see what else. Let's say that I come down, I want to add another slide. I just click the plus button. When I do that, look at this, new slide with layout. I can actually change my layout over here. Some layouts are a little bit better for different types of projects. Just depends on what you're wanting to do with your project. Okay. And then same thing over here, you can change your background on your slide. Here's another way to change the layout of the slide. Be careful here. When a student clicks into theme and changes a theme, it will change it for all of the slides and annoy the rest of the class. So you want to tell them to stay away from that theme. And maybe that's just what you would want to do as a teacher on your master. So I'd have them stay away from that. Do background color. What's really cool is once they start making their slides, as the teacher, you have this comment feature, as you do in all of your Google apps. I think this makes it so much better than PowerPoint right here. The students are writing, they're doing their projects. You as a teacher see something that they need to come along and fix. You can click somewhere in the slide and then hit the comment button. And notice that it's highlighted where I clicked. And you as the teacher might suggest a way for them to revise their work. Okay, then that student comes along, they see, they make the changes, they follow your lead as far as how to resolve something, and then they come over here and they would resolve that comment and it goes away. So great interactive tool between you and the students as far as that immediate feedback piece. You could be sitting there with a small group. You could be doing this while an independent group is working on this slide, and you have access to their work no matter where they are in the room. So love that. Let's see, what else do you need here? Okay, one thing that I like, let's say I want to put a picture of a flower on this page. Okay, and then I want to go to the next page, put a different picture. I want to show you how I can do something really cool inside Google Slides and to do some interactive projects with your kids. So let's see if I insert, let's do a cat on the next page. Okay, so you can come up to your first slide and you can easily make, say, a table of contents for your Google slide. Okay, so I come up here and I'm going to change the layout here. I'm going to right click to change my layout, and I'm going to do this layout here, and I'm going to call this my table of contents page, if I can spell. And right down here, this is really cool. Let's say I want to very quickly, I don't want someone to have to go through my whole slide to get to the page that they want. So I'm going to say to take you to the flower slide, I'll type flower slide, I'll highlight it, and I'll insert, link. And this is a really cool feature right here. So it can take, instead of taking me to a link, I could link that so that it took me out to something else, a website, or students could link to a Google Doc, and they could put their Google Doc link on this slide. So that's real quick access for a teacher. But what I like right here is to link to a slide in the presentation. So I want to link here to slide 2 and apply. And now on my table of contents, when I click that, it's going to go straight to slide 2. So then I come back to my table of contents slide, and I'm going to give it, let's see, the next one, I want to go to my dog slide. And I'll again highlight it, insert, link, and I'm going to go slides in this presentation, and it's slide 3. And that's my dog slide. So think about all of the ways that you can do, besides a table of contents, you could do cool interactive projects with your kids. You remember back when we used to do the Oregon Trail, how if you made a choice and if you ate this, then this would happen. You could do some kind of cool project like that where the reader has choices to make, and depending on the choice, it takes them to a different slide. So think about all of the different ways you can do that. Let's see, what else? Of course, you've got your line tool. We'll go over that, MPL. So I think that's it. I feel like that's okay. One last thing I do want to show. So file, let's say that when the kids get finished, you want them to have some sort of gallery to show their work. They're going to go file, publish to the web. They can now make a slideshow. So let's say you want to show every 3 seconds. You want that slideshow to start as soon as it loads. You want it to restart when it finishes. That way it's going to loop. You're going to publish that. And okay. And then this is the link. This is the link that you will then go to make your slideshow work. And now I'm not pushing anything, and it's going to go through as a slideshow. So really cool way to have your kids showcase their work there. Okay, and that's it for Google Slides.